Hi, everybody. I'm Jennifer Beckstrand. I'm really excited for you to hear my interview tonight. It's with Jennifer Moore. She is the author of Discovering Dahlia. It's the last book in her series, and I know you're going to love hearing about it. Please be sure to go to my website, jenniferbeckstrand.com, and sign up for my newsletter because you'll be able to download a free book. But I also just occasionally send out a notice that maybe I have a book on sale or I have a book for free or just a lot of really special things on the newsletter. So you'll for sure want to sign up there. Also, Maggie and Max is now out in audiobook, and the narrator, Angel Park, is delightful. And I think you're really going to love it. And I really want to hear what you think about it. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And now I'm really excited to introduce Jennifer Moore. Jennifer, so excited to have you here today.
Hi, thanks. Thanks for
I
having me.
we've done one interview. It was a couple of years ago, and I wanted you back on. I had Lisa Paul, who is a librarian, um, a couple weeks ago, and she was just giving us her top five sweet romances. And your series was one of her top five favorites. I thought that
So
was so
sweet.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And I thought, "Oh, I need to call Jennifer again and see if she'll come and do the book club again." So, because you've got this book that is coming out in a couple of weeks, and it's the last in that series that Lisa liked
Last.
so much.
Mhm.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself and, of course, this book coming out.
Okay, well, I'll tell you about the book, Discovering Dahlia. It's like you said, the last in the series, the Blue Orchid Society series. And let's see, it's so all the women in the different books have all done something kind of unique. And Dahlia she's inherited a steamship company. So she is trying to revolutionize steam travel or, travel, and she's making it a luxury cruise line because it's 1874 and traveling is kind of gross and, so anyway, she's making it nice. And so she's invites a bunch of high society people to come, and some like her and some don't. And there's, drama, and she falls in love and everyone lives happily ever after. So there you go.
As they always do in a romance. So
Yep.
that's good. And tell us about the series overall, just to kind of remind readers of what it's about.
So it starts with Solving Sophronia. That was the first book. And it's been, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago that I wrote that one.
Mm.
So I have to think a little bit. But these women all meet during a ball, and they none of them want to be there. They all kind of have different reasons. They're a little maybe awkward or hiding from whoever, or they all have a different reason. They meet in the library, and they all realize that they have a lot in common, and they're super different. Um, and they're different people that they probably would have never met any other way, but they become good friends, and they, meet up at different events, and they have each other, and they support each other and help each other with their goals. And they all have a goal. Like Sophronia wants to write. She's a journalist, but they always have her writing kind of dumb stories for, ladies magazines or like the social gossip column. And she wants to write like a real story. So that's her goal. And anyway, when one wants to be a nurse, Hazel wants to be a nurse, but she has panic attacks. So that's why she's in the library. So she has to figure out how to work through that. So anyway, they all, have their own little story.
So wonderful. Well, that's just really wonderful. And the cover's beautiful, as
Oh, I know.
always. Your covers are always so beautiful. And so I think readers are going to be really pleased with that. So
Hope so.
you've got a librarian's endorsement. So
That was so nice. I want to find her and give her a big hug. It was delightful to see that.
that's so
So
sweet.
sweet.
Well, so tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into writing.
Like
You know,
I mean, I've always been a reader, so I think we all, I don't know if you remember, like 20 or so years ago, everybody was kind of into blogging. Do you remember the blogging thing? Yeah.
yeah.
So I did that and kind of got a little community with blogging, and I think it just kind of was a natural transition. I just, I wrote every day something, and people, gave me feedback or commented, and so I kind of had a little bit of an audience. And then when blogging kind of went away, I just kind of kept writing. So, I don't know, it's kind of a boring way to do it, but that's how I did it.
Isn't it funny how the trends just, I don't know, like the blogging was so big for a while. You had to have a blog. Everybody needed a blog. And now it's just everybody's moved on.
I
It's
could no more sit and read. I mean, do you remember? I would read
yes.
25 of those every day. Just and now I think that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
But
Who has time for
yeah,
that?
that's fine. I guess we had time. So,
I guess we had time. Oh man. Yeah, well now there's just, especially online, there's so much clamoring for your attention that you
yep.
almost can't do anything. You almost can't pay
Yep.
attention to anything at all.
Right.
So
Yeah, it is a lot. Right.
well, I'm really excited about this book. Tell me, what is one of your favorite romantic movies? You've told me before, but
I probably said the same one when I was on before. Romancing the Stone is
oh
my
yeah.
all-time favorite. I love that. I love that movie. I remember when my mom went to it. I don't know what year did it come out, like in the 80s. So I was a
Oh,
little,
yeah.
little kid, and my mom came home and she sat on my bed and told me the whole story. And I just loved it. So anyway,
Well, and she's a writer. That's so
I
exciting.
know, isn't she? It's so cute.
Yes, I love, there are just a few movies. There's a movie very obscure called Don't Tell Her It's Me, and it's this woman who's a writer. She's written all these sexy, I think, historical romances, and she's trying to match up her brother with this other woman. It's Steve Gutenberg. It's really a
Oh, I like
charming
him.
little movie, but yeah. So, but I liked it because she was a writer too. I don't know when I decided to become a writer. I feel like I kind of tripped into it too, but hey, it's
Here
great.
we are. Yeah.
Here we are. Okay, well, here is your last question. Thank you so much for being here tonight. You're stuck on a desert island. What three things would you want to have with you?
I would want my dog, first of all, Otis. He's my guy. He's sitting right here at my feet right now. So I'd want my dog. I'd want my Kindle because, or else a giant library. But my Kindle, has a lot of books on it.
Yeah.
And then probably I would have to be practical and say sunscreen because, I mean, does the desert island have shade? If it doesn't have shade, I'm going to need a lot of sunscreen because I burn really bad. So anyway,
This is good. This is really good. Yeah, well, I think a Kindle is a must. Used to be you just have to have a big to be read pile, but that
not
wouldn't be very
that.
long.
I know.
I I started just a couple of days ago going through my book piles. I have so many piles of books and just looking at every book and saying, okay, am I ever going to read this? Because there is so much to read. And my book club just picked another book that I bought. And I've got all these books that I think, oh, I really want to read this, but I'm just never going to read it. There's just so
I know.
little time.
I grab books all the time that I think this is, I cannot wait to start this. And then I don't know, set it down and don't pick it up again.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, the one I'm reading right now is The Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky.
yeah, wow.
It's like I'm not reading it, I'm listening to it. It's like a 45-hour listen or something.
Yeah,
It is so
it
long.
is a fat one. Uh-huh.
It is it is really beautifully written and the characters are fabulous, but oh my goodness, it just goes on and on and on.
Wow.
Readers, go check out Discovering Dahlia. You know it's going to be wildly romantic and just a really fun read. Thank you for being here.
Thanks.